Hello, my name is Andrew David Vonenheuvel, American state citizen, on the land and soil of Tennessee. And what I want to talk about today is I was just at my parents' house and they had the propaganda machine on, Fox News, and just the level of make-believe, of imaginary, illusory lies that they spew through the television. They're telling you a vision, and that's all I can hear and see when I'm watching this crap. It's utter junk, trash, the dross, if I may. But anyways, and what got me fired up is I made a video about I forget what I named it now. The manipulation of immigration. And Kamala Harris, so-called vice president of de facto government, meaning it's fake. It's all a lie. She's not your vice president. Anyways, but she was saying that she was going to decriminalize the illegal immigrants to jumping the border. Whatever. Now, if you go back and listen to that video, you'll see my stance on immigration. It's impossible. It's impossible because there are no borders. In reality, there are no borders. This is all make-believe. They're imaginary lines. Imagine. It's all in the mind. It's all a distraction. We are all just people of this world, given to us as a birthright from Creator, whatever you want to call that. But her decriminalizing this is telling you, this is the subliminal side of it. They're telling you that they have the authority to say what the borders are. Not you. You don't have no power no more. They've done usurped it. They've taken it. They've gotten you to forfeit your rights as a man or a woman of earth. No matter what state you're in. All of them are just imaginary lines as well. I'm on the land and soil, plain and simple, and I just so happen to be domiciled on the land and soil in a geographical area that is subjected as Tennessee, because that's subject to change. You can call whatever the hell you want to call it. You can call America whatever the hell you want to call it, wherever the hell you are in the world. It can be anything. That's why I say, when I was reading, I didn't read it, I listened to an audiobook of Manly P. Hall, and the only real beneficial thing that I took from this book, The Secret Destiny of America, is how freedom, not the idea of freedom, how the American sovereign people and this whole sovereign free nation is supposed to expand is through our moral behaviors of, I don't even want to call infiltrating, but influencing the minds in other countries. So even though, say there's a Chinaman, somebody from China, that believes in sovereignty, don't even believe, knows in the sovereignty, knows in the state of being sovereign. What is stopping that Chinaman or anywhere in the world from saying that he is a sovereign American? Or just by stating that, Americans need to have those people's backs as far as doing anything that they can on paperwork to support their claims. I did all this paperwork just to reconvey my allegiance, or not even allegiance, but my status as being on land and soil. Why can't they? They can. I'm not saying why can't they. They can. And these de facto governments that are all over, that have sinking their claws, their tentacles into all of our courthouses, into every bit of public that we even have left. It was just so disturbing to me to watch the TV, the whole Hunger Games scenario just playing out in front of me. These people with their made up hairs and makeups trying to tell you a vision of the way that the world is, because Kamala Harris and Joe Biden this and Donald Trump that. And you need to forget this trash. Forget that trash. The only way that we are going to be able to live united is to break the borders. Break the borders. Break the walls that you have allowed them to build in your own conscience. Because it's not even an awakened consciousness. You're in a stupor. You're in a hypnotized, egoic, fragmented, man. I just cannot go watching the TV spew pure propaganda that is doing nothing but implanting seeds. Dirty, nasty, genetically modified seeds into the innocents, the children. All of us are children. And they've learned how to infiltrate and infest. Infect. It's an infectious disease, the television. And all we have to do is turn it off. They have the power. They know that they have the power to influence because of these propaganda tools. They would never allow someone like me or Ronald Karchevsky or the Big Sib or Lifting the Veil, any of these, Mark Passio, any of these known people that are on the underground, even getting to speak a little bit of the truth. They won't allow these people to be on any type of mainstream propaganda machine because it slows down their progress. Even if it does get them going down other rabbit holes, which some of them are, I'm not going to say all of them, and I'm not going to speak bad about any of those people because they're doing what they can with the capabilities that they have within their culture, within their petri dish that they have to build upon, what they have access to. And I thank all of them for the sacrifices they've made to get me to the point that I'm at consciously in my level of awareness. But it's time for the United States citizens to wake up, change your political status. If you think you're an American, you better think again. You need to get your political status changed, your jurisdiction changed, most of all. And these assemblies, they are assembling. This is the constitutional assemblies that they're talking about. And they need solid awareness, solid conscious awareness minds on board. Not on the seaboard, on land and soil, on stone, on rock, on a solid foundation. And this is how we can not even take the country back. This is how we can just rebuild the country that we want to have. You being a state in it. There's over 700 million states in America. Okay, each and every one of you, us, globally, 700 billion or 7 billion, whatever you want to call it. Each and every one of us is our own individual states. Unlimited liability. Private people. Lawful persons. Not legal persons, lawful persons. Most of the United States citizens that think you're an American, you've been manipulated. Your minds have been manipulated since grade school, since birth. Your mother signed you over to be a United States citizen, not an American, from birth. And through the state's assemblies, they have all the declarations that you need to read through and understand the magnitude of what these declarations can do. Because what that will do is get you solid up here. It'll get you solid up here. It'll put you on land and soil, on that rock foundation. But anyways, I wanted to get this off my chest, and I haven't put out a video in a while because I've just been really busy and I haven't been able to really focus on things. I'm trying to get my garden, my raised beds built, which I want to make a video on that for my Farming for Freedom, and getting that promoted because I'm in my private capacity and I want to be able to do business with other private individuals, even if it's another group of individuals that are working like I'm working. Some in Florida are whole international trade deals. I mean, I'm an individual. I can work alone. It's hard. It's a lot of work, especially when you're teeter-tottering on the edge of having a job and having to pay for my electricity and my water, really them and my rent, because people don't understand yet that they don't owe anything. They don't owe anything to this land, to these pirates that have come in and set up these central banks. They're saying that they own the land, and these banks are foreign. So you're paying a foreign company twice. You're paying your house rent, you're paying your taxes to two foreign agencies. They're not American. Not American. Just because they're here pretending to be American, all your judicial system is infiltrated. It's been infiltrated, and these are their acts of war. They are acts of war. they kidnap you, and they have the right to, because you're registered. You're registered. You're a registered person. And until you make that declaration that you're not, and me personally, I think that even doing a YouTube video or any type of publication on any type of media, social media, any type, no matter how big, no matter how small, if you have a publication stating your declaration of anti-participation in their false de facto scam, then I say that's good enough. But I am no authority of anybody's life. It has to be here first, and then you have to be willing to speak it. And then you have to be, not only to speak it, you have to act on it. And acting on it does not require you to go out and burn down buildings or act in any form of violence or destruction or vandalism. No more lies. No more lies. When you stop lying, you'll stop the violence, the creation of violence. And that is a hard thing to do. I don't know how many of you, and it's taken me years to get to the point to where I'm not lying to myself anymore. It's taken me years to get out of the thumbs and the traps and the mind control tactics, and I still have stubbornness and rigidness when I have to say I'm wrong or I was wrong. But I'm telling you, I have a much better grasp on the way I'm writing my book, my Bible, my story. I don't need his story anymore. I have my story, and that's the only thing that I can really say is true. And that goes for every single one of you as well. Stop participating. Boycott these systems of slavery. Boycott these systems of manipulation, of lies, illusions, the satanic systems. Anything that's structured and built and established on false pretenses, on thoughts of control, they're satanic. And I don't care if you don't believe in Satan. Satan is the intellectual mind, is the trained, egoic part of the mind. When you can't truly create something and you're just recreating what has already been put into your brains, your inceptions, these influences from grade school, you are not creating, you are not acting as a creator, as a god. You're a goddess, you're idol worshiping. Because you're saying that you doubt yourself. And if you doubt yourself, is doubting God. It is doubting creation itself. Because you don't think that you're capable of being a man, being self-governed. Billions of us can't take the power back. It's borderline ridiculous. I understand how deep the mind control is. And it is like a drug. These habits, bad habit to continually be following the path of destruction. Anyways, think about these things. Meditate on them. Break things all the way down to where they don't have any connection to anything, and see what's really true. No words, no titles, completely nameless. Where you reach that void of nothingness and be one with it, and see if you can't discover yourself, human nature, your nature as a spirit, as one with the Almighty, the Creator. We entered these bodies. We came here under free will. And they know that. These people that are manipulating us into false realities, into intellectually based false realities, they know this. And they know that if we were all to become individuals with this, without the ego, without these stories and myths of something to live by, they're powerless. They're powerless. They will have no control. You can't control something that's uncontrollable. And you're uncontrollable. You are Christ. Every single one of us are Christs. And that's a state of consciousness where you don't tell no lies and you cause no harm. Simple. Simple men and women of truth. That's it. Get there. Get there before we destroy it. Because they're working on it. Why aren't we nurturing it? Why aren't we working to nurture it? We need it in bigger ways. But you can only take a horse to the water trough. You can't make them drink. So, I'm going to leave it there. I've kind of went on enough. So, wake up. I'm not even going to tell you to get involved, because there's really nothing that you need to get involved with other than knowing yourself, knowing your power, knowing that nobody else has power over you globally. We can do this, people. I haven't lost complete faith in humanity yet, because there are people out there that are struggling but want to. They have the will and the desire, but they don't know how. And they're there. That's what I'm making these videos for, because I'm growing. I'm finding my confidence. I'm finding my courage in myself. And we all need it. Or else we're going to have these militaries pushing us around. And we need to stand our ground till the end. Alright, I wish you all blessed moments, and speak with you soon. Thanks for listening.